Copernic. God damn it. It's so free that you can't do it. You have to. It's free because there's only one way to be. That's why it's free. So be that. Damn you. They don't have anything to live. I mean, their kids hate them. They don't have, I mean, all their money got stolen by banksters and shit. Healthcare's running through the fucking roof.
Before we commence expelling this ghost from this location, before we save Jake from the lock, I will light the ceremonial herb that will give us the sight, that will give us the power we need to set Jake free. My Twitter's not working out here. Let's see if you can get a ghost. Go ahead and try. I summon the ghost into ghostly ghostness. Come the fuck out if you're a real ghost. Now. Demand it. This is how we fucking hunt ghosts. And as we've pointed out, and as we've said, there are no ghosts. So this is where the ghosts live, from what we know. And he's not home. Let me see, let me try this. Jake, you may overtake my body. I accept you into my heart and soul. Please, if you are here, take control of me. Use me as a vessel. Gross. Nothing. Yeah, no ghosts. So I guess the lesson of Beaver Creek is there's no such thing as ghosts. There's no God, and the Bible is a lie. Off to Helltown to find out what the government's up to in the middle of fucking nowhere, Ohio. Hell yeah, bumping out here. Can I get some of this safety herb in my lungs, please? And thank you, are welcome here. Jake, you can't have any because they drug test. Yeah, if you go to work, man, you're gonna get drug tested. Jake, you son of a bitch! You get out here! Hey, Jake! Ain't coming. He ain't coming because he's afraid of me, Brian Quinby from Street Fight Radio. Brett, would you like a shot at Jake?
Yeah.
I just fell in a hole. That was Jake. That was all Jake. I think we found the ghost. Jake won't let you see your mentions. He's like, don't look at your phone while you're at work, motherfucker.
How many times have you gone into work and then looked at your boss and said, what are they doing? You ever think about the levels at a job, Brett? Of course, the people on the very bottom. What do they do?
Usually clean.
Yeah, and then there is the people just above them. They're the ones that do the second hardest job at the place, right?
Deal with customers?
Yeah, that sort of thing. And then there's another level above that, and that's the manager that's in the place. Now let's think about what comes after that, right? You might have a guy named like Glenn that comes to your office every 6 months, and you have to lay out the red carpet for Glenn. Think about what the person above Glenn does. Jerry is the person above Glenn, right?
Okay.
His job is basically going to lunch, right?
Yeah, powerful meetings, shaking hands real hard.
We're gonna go up to the CEO now. The people that sit around a table and who knows what they're doing? Nobody knows what they talk about.
Playing cards.
What connection does that person have to what you do and what the customer gets? It just seems like you could really chop like 5 or 6 levels off of any job and the company would still run perfectly.
Think about your job. Now imagine your manager isn't there. How much smoother would your day run?
I mean, how many of you work a job where you don't even know who the fucking CEO is of the company? That means they're absolutely useless. They're parasites.
They're on the top, getting most of the money, sending their kids to private school, driving the fanciest cars, and they can't make a sandwich. Every new level of hierarchy is more money coming out of your paycheck. Unions are fucking great because it's not HR.
You need solidarity with the other workers. We need to use that and exercise that. You and your other workers are the most important people at that company. company. I mean, hell, the way I think about it, maybe you don't get a union at all and you just take the whole company away from the bosses, and that's called a co-op.
For the almighty dollar, everyone's a slave. 'Cause what's the point of doing shit if you ain't getting paid?
You know, you probably hear people constantly talking about this horrible thing called capitalism.
I have.
Yeah, you've heard that?
Yes.
You're like, what? How does capitalism affect me? I will tell you, it runs your entire fucking life. You've probably heard of socialism or communism. Communism. And they say they try to control your entire life. Your whole day is taken away from you. What control do you have over your day now?
Most people have to be chained to a desk for 40 hours a week and they're not allowed to leave.
When you wake up in the morning and you feel like shit and you have to wipe the sleep from your eyes and like look around and be like, why does this have to happen this early in the morning? That's a capitalism.
And it controls everything, like your healthcare, your education. It all comes down to making money, but some things just don't make money. Honestly, ask yourself how afraid
Hey everybody, Street Fight Radio. We're glad you're here. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. Time for a street fight. We do it every single week here. I don't know, late night. We just got done watching Some Kind of Monster for the Patreon feed. So now we're starting up the Basement Show. We'll be taking calls on Sunday. So if you got something you want to say or things you want to share this Sunday, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. That's when we want to hear from all y'all. Tell us what's going on. Come hang with the gang. Act orangutan. My name is Brett. My co-host is Brian. We're Street Fight Radio, the #1 anarcho comedy radio show on any station across the nation. We've been doing it for almost 10 years now. We're fighting through quarantine to bring you this content and help spread this mess across the U.S. and hopefully beyond, so that in these tumultuous times we can rebuild something that works for all of us. If you're down with that message, you found the right place. We're going to be here as much as we can, spreading this mess across the U.S., like I said.
And you can find us over on streetfightradio.com, all of the podcasting platforms, and then of course live streaming on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Jump in the chat. There's a bunch of people in there and talking shit. We don't quit. It's Street Fight Radio, right?
It is Street Fight Radio. How's it going?
It's going good. Really?
It's okay.
You know,
I did something today that I never do. Never, ever in my life. I called my mom and my dad, and I said, how are you doing? Is everything okay with you? If you need anything, you feel free to call me. And my mom's going to make me buy her groceries, but... You know, that's the relationship I have with my mom, is that she would ask for something. My dad, a little bit annoyed.
he was bothered by it?
Yeah. I guess it you know, you don't want to be checked on.
Yeah, you don't want... You feel like if someone has concern for you. It's kind of like... I've heard it said this way before. When you slip and fall and people stop laughing, that's when you're old.
Yeah.
Like if I slip down the stairs, people still laugh, but at some point people are gonna rush and be like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You know, that's when there's that concern there.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? You know, I get it.
Yeah. So living life under quarantine, you know, staying in the house all the time right now. I did have to leave to go to the ATM, and I had a weird altercation.
What happened?
So, I had enough food. I had toilet paper. I've had a lot of stuff for a while. I had to go re-up on some weed. And so I had to leave, and I have a mask. Katie, your wife, brought one over and was like, you know, we have these Kratom masks that are left over. This isn't like the medical kind. It's like a respirator kind. And I was like, all right, cool. So I wore the mask, and I go to the bank, and I park on the backside of the bank, and there's another guy that parks with me at the same time, and we walk in opposite directions. Now, I'm walking around the building because I don't want to walk through the bank. I just want to go to the front to the ATM. And me and the guy that parked get there at the same time. And he walks up, and he grabs the handle of the door. And this is for the lobby. This is where the ATM is at. So it's that little tiny room, you know, where like you have to swipe your card to get into sometimes if it's locked. So he goes to hold the door, and I say, oh no, I'm going to wait out here. And he kind of just rolls his eyes and closes the door.
Yeah.
Which, do you ever go into the little room with people when they're on the ATM?
No.
You should never do that.
Yeah. No. That's not what you're supposed to do.
I wasn't even doing anything weird at this point. Like, I never go in the room when someone is pulling money out of that fucking machine. So he finishes up, he holds the door, and I go to walk in, and I catch it with like my elbow, and he just looks at me and says, you know, you should be wearing gloves if you're going to do all that.
Why?
He was mad that I had a mask on.
Jesus Christ, man.
Someone said he probably felt emasculated, like he's not prepared enough or something.
What kind of vibes do you get from him? Like Trump guy?
No. Well, maybe Trump.
You had a Trump guy vibe off?
No. Here's what the thing. He was wearing a shirt for a band called Papadosio.
Okay.
You know them?
Libertarian, yeah.
Jam band.
Libertarian.
So I think he's more of the hippie type, like, man, this is all the earth just evening everything out. It's all herd immunity, man. There's no reason to be wearing masks and shit. That's the vibe I got from him.
What's the point in getting
he's a
confrontational though? About
I don't know.
You know?
Why don't you just keep that to yourself? Like, why don't you just think inside your brain, that person is a fucking moron. I have the forbidden knowledge. I know that this was all created by the Democrats or whatever they think it is, you know? It was very weird. I didn't say anything. I just kept it rolling.
Yeah, it's been kind of it's been, what's the word? I guess like people are coming together. It feels like we're all working together. You know?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about people at this point. Like, as in, like, I think, you know, most of us are trying to stay away from people, doing the social distancing. I mean, you know, me and you are hanging out still, but
yeah, we're gonna do that.
Well,
I mean, there's certain people in your life you have to decide, like, we're going down together. We have a close-knit group of friends that all have kids and stuff. So, yeah, we're going down together. We'll get it all together. But, yeah, I mean, for the most part, I've been trying to be mindful of, you know, germs and washing hands and all that stuff. But, you know, honestly, I've talked to people. I mean, here it seems relatively normal, you know? I don't want to discount it, but like you were saying that you're pretty much doing your thing, except you're living in you're in the house, right? More than you'd like to be.
Yeah.
Can't go out and do stuff.
I've been taking my walk because I'm not going into places.
Sure.
And I'm not with people. I'm alone and I'm outside, and I feel like, you know, that seems like a safe enough thing to do. I've had to go to the store a couple times, which every time I go to the store, I leave and I think I have symptoms after that. But I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a sore throat. I don't have a cough. I don't have a fever. So I don't think I have it, you know?
Yeah.
I think, like, it would really help if they would test us.
Yeah.
It would really be nice if they would get the tests out and test everybody and not hold them back.
Yeah.
For people with symptoms, because if I knew I had it, I wouldn't even take my walks. I would just sit in my room or a room in my house and, you know,
live it out there.
Live it out, like make it through.
Yeah. You know, the thing about it, that's the thing is I have the house now, and we have plenty of food, and we've been able to do this just fine. And I've talked to like some of our comedian friends. I've been in the messages with them in New York City, and they're all like at full panic mode.
Everybody is, though.
Yeah.
By the way.
And I will say I definitely downplayed this at the beginning. I definitely am responsible for thinking it wasn't shit. You know, I've done my research and I'm fine, you know, complying with all of this stuff. But I think that more than anything, like the Bernie Sanders campaign, that was all to do an election.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of those, like when you saw like Somalian dishwashers that showed up for Bernie, or you see like Latina librarians or whatever, when you see a lot of the working people, the foundry workers and the union people that show up for the Bernie Sanders thing, they're doing overtime. Mm-hmm. They're in election season once in the 4 years. They're putting in extra work. After that election, they don't have the extra time to organize. A lot of working people don't have the ability to constantly be organizing for the future. You know, most people are trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
I'm saying all this to get to the point that the Bernie Sanders folks, and there's an overwhelming amount of them, and they show up and you can see them and they're tangible and they're everywhere. Those are the decent people in this situation. Those are the people that are looking at how they can deliver groceries. Those are the ones that are on Facebook groups trying to figure out how they can organize things. I went to Food Not Bombs, and like 17 minivans showed up ready to transport anything that they needed. I ended up leaving with an empty fucking van because so I think that the thing that keeps me comfortable, I think all the time, is that people are good. We lose sight of that. We think that people are nefarious or that they're only looking out for themselves. And there's a lot of greedy assholes. But when it comes to situations like this, people want to help, and people are there and doing, you know, what it takes to make sure people aren't falling through the cracks. You know, I don't know. I just see the hope there. I always knew that we could only rely on us, and I think humanity is good. They're going to take care of this.
I do. I think things are getting better. The only way out of this is through.
Yeah, we have to wait.
And
the cases are going up. It's going to keep going up.
Yeah. But I think that like people are staying home. They're not going out. They're not gathering in large groups.
I disagree with that.
You really do?
When I left for the bank, I was astonished by how many people were just going on jogs together. You know, just 2 and 3 at a time. So many people were walking their fucking dogs. I drove past. I was in your neck of the woods, I drove past the legal weed dispensary in Grandview. 16 fucking people standing back to back in line waiting to get inside that fucking place.
Right. I'm saying though that like 2 or 3 people jogging together isn't what we're
Sure.
worried about. We're worried about 10, 20,
But
50 people.
You still
know?
have these people that are like just driving to every grocery store that they can to take pictures of empty shelves. And it's like you aren't helping the virus. You're now moving, you're mixing with all of the different fucking petri dishes at every grocery store and putting them all together. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
there's
true.
and God, man, men are so stupid. That
Yeah.
the guy that went after me for the mask, and me and well, actually, this is funny. Thomas S, that's in our group. He posted in the Street Fighters, the parenting group. He said, I've got like a 10-month-old newborn, so I'm making sure that they're okay. They're going to be here in quarantine. They don't get any contact. And Dad's just going to be delivery guy for this whole thing. Just anything they need, I'm going to drive and get it for them.
Yeah.
And I read that and I was like, that's just being a dad for the rest of your life.
That's the job.
It doesn't matter what the quarantine is. Someone says like, I need some water, and you just jump up and get water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone is like, we need celery or a book by tomorrow because there's a report due, and you just fucking go.
Yeah.
That is the job. But that's how I feel. Like me and one of my good friends, Brandon, we left together to procure food and all these things, and it's just all other stupid guys out there that are like, this thing's all overblown, don't you think? Like they're just milling about, like they're just curious.
Yeah.
And it's like, you need to not be here. Like limit.
Yeah.
Don't buy a 6-pack. Buy a few so that you're not back
Yes.
here every
Yes.
single day.
That's I mean that was sort of the thing I'm learning now a lot is like when I went to the store today, I was like, I bought enough so I don't have to go back to the store for another 3, 4, 5
Yeah.
days.
So also things to get in. Do not do Molly right now. It's an immunosuppressive. So
Okay.
it could lead you in a vulnerable state.
Okay.
I also want to say, based on my personal experience, acid is the best way to go during this thing.
Okay.
I bought 2 hits of acid, but I cut them into 4 each. And it's like a microdose thing. And you just feel stoned for the whole fucking day. And it costs a couple dollars.
Yeah.
That's the best. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if it gets to lockdown mode, I'm probably just gonna do a bunch of fucking drugs.
Yeah,
if I can't leave my house, I'm just gonna do drugs.
I left the house to get shrooms, edibles, acid.
I went to Ann Arbor earlier this week to buy weed. So
Oh yeah, the tincture, the 1-to-1.
Yeah, I just wanted some 1-to-1 stuff. That's my favorite weed stuff, and illegal. The black market doesn't really have it, so you have to go to a dispensary, and they still have a pretty shitty selection of 1-to-1 stuff in Michigan. But I was just like, I'm just gonna drive up there. I don't have anything else to fucking do. I'll be alone the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whenever I think of things I can do by myself where I'm not going to encounter other people, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I've been handling this thing.
I'm mostly just getting used to having my wife and kid around all the time.
My
Because
wi-
I
oh.
live at this place. The studio is here. The office is right off camera. I never get away from this place. I'm constantly trying to find things to do. So today what I did a workout. I fucking took a shower. I shaved all the way. I put on my favorite shirt just to like get me back into normal. I was waiting to pull that for a while. Like I can live in dirty clothes for like a week or two. I'm pretty good at being depressed. But now I finally pulled the ripcord and like went all the way, dressed up, did my hair, feeling good to go nowhere, you know?
There's just nothing you can do. It's good that they closed everything, I think
It's helpful.
That it's bad for the employees, obviously. We'll get into some
Yeah,
of that
we're gonna-
later and we'll talk about that kind of thing. But like the temptation to go to a bar would be so high. You know.
If
Not
they
for me.
didn't tell you not to go, I mean, honestly, I was at some younger folks' house, which they were watching West Coast Customs on
that's a good show.
But up until they shut the bars down, they were doing DJ nights to a few hundred people, like 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
And they were not planning on shutting down. Like the first day the quarantine happened, they were like, Callahan's is still open. I'm going to go spin. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. So
DMT also is an immunosuppressant. So DT Moloch in the chat says acid is the way to go.
Yeah,
Thumbs
just
up
do acid.
to acid.
yeah,
Dude, that little corner of a piece of acid is so fun. You get energy and you get focus and you just feel like alive, but you're not like glued to the couch or like feeling weird for being stuck inside, you know?
yes, yeah. I mean, man, it is so weird. With spring coming up, also is kind of like a tough one for me. Is like I've been waiting to be out doing stuff with my friends outside, and I'm like,
This is this is not meant to be I don't know, I'm not saying this disingenuously, but part of the seasonal affective disorder and depression of the winter like really gets wiped away at moments like this.
yeah,
This is one of those things where you're just like, I don't know, there's just no time to worry about my own like petty bullshit right now. You know, it's like an aliens event. It's something that affects all of us so incredibly hard. Like nobody is coming out of this thing unchanged, you know?
yeah. I think something that I think something that's been, I don't know. My anxiety is up.
Is it?
Obviously, yeah, it always is. My anxiety is weirdly up, but the sense of dread that I feel every day, all the time, has weirdly gone away.
Yeah.
Because every day is different now.
Yeah,
like we're in unknown times, and like it's just kind of like, you know,
Dude,
what are we gonna do? You know,
my wife said something today, which will let you know why I marry her. But she's like, you know what? If we all go right now, I'm just like coloring with my daughter and thinking this is the best moment ever. You know, this is way better than being sick. I feel, you know, there's just, the problem is that you can get into doom and gloom, and a lot of what my persona is trying to relate to doom and gloom in a way that doesn't drag you down. But if you feel like everything is doomed and you keep telling yourself that over and over again, it's just going to make you fucking miserable, and there's no reason to be miserable. You might as well be at your best, you know, suffering through this shit instead of, you know, letting it drag you down.
that's how I felt too. I just kind of feel like I can't sit around and think that everybody is gonna get this, and you know, 1 million people are gonna die or whatever, and like you know, the hope is that we figure it out, and we've figured out stuff in the past,
And it is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I mean, we're taking pretty drastic steps compared to anything that's happened in my life. But
Yeah.
I've
never seen
this kind of thing in my life, and I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like we're probably, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we're going to be okay. I can't say, hey, we're going to be okay, that we're all going to come out on the other end of this, but I got to fucking think there's a future, you know? And
Yeah.
that's the way I think.
Yeah, because until there isn't one, it doesn't matter. Then you won't have to worry about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's I know it's tough, and you know, please reach out to Street Fight if you need special support in any other way, or you have nobody to go to. We would love to utilize our resources. We have a great community of people that are ready to do mutual aid in any possible way. So please rest assured.
Yeah, for sure. So my sister, who works for a hotel chain, did not lose her job this week.
Okay.
They said they were going to keep her on.
Uh-huh.
But they did get rid of, you know, most of the staff.
They fired him, laid him off.
I guess they laid him off. And
This is the
undocumented workers are the ones I worry about. I don't know how Ohio unemployment works. I don't know if they've extended it to people. But I know that if they go to try to collect it, ICE is going to be there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to reach out to that community and ask them their needs and try to help meet those needs. Like, I have no idea how.
Well, I'll help you.
But
We can work on it.
Yeah, we should like work on trying to make sure that those people are taken care of, because nobody's going to take care of them.
Right.
Nobody's going to do it. The government's
to
not
do the
looking to
work.
do anything for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a mortgage. They're now talking about like, please save all the mortgages. I feel like a real class trader right now, just seeing how they're like, mortgages are up here. Renters, those fuckers, they'll sleep anywhere.
Well, I think if they help mortgages, they'll help renters.
Yeah, I
think
know.
they're trying to keep people in their houses.
They are. No, I agree.
You know.
I know, but there is just the speak and the way that it's mentioned. There is they use hierarchy. There's a hierarchy of people, and undocumented people are not being discussed at all. It's you in American media. You can't talk about the undocumented folks that do all of the hard labor for us.
It's almost like you don't want to because ICE will go find somebody.
Right.
Just to punish you for talking about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I worry about that. I worry about a lot of the people who have been trying to like, I don't know. The service industry is fucked, and those are our people. You know.
Yeah.
And I think if you work for a chain or something like that, the hope is that they'll take care of you. But these restaurants are doing GoFundMe's to keep the fucking restaurant. You know?
Yeah.
Which is
I went to GoFundMe, and all of the local places in town are have them for their crew.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this?
No.
We didn't talk about this? No, I saw that one GoFundMe was trying to raise. There's 3 gigantic restaurants, Union, Access, and Hubbard Grill is owned by the same people, and they're trying to raise $150,000 for all the staff of these 3 places. Access and Union are famous gay clubs in Columbus, Ohio.
Well,
but it was it's like that to me is the unknown element. I'm relatively safe and secure. We're doing content right now. That's our beat. That's our job. But service workers are going to have to be bailed out very soon.
I know.
I've already heard of firings, laid off. People are living day check to day check, not paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
We've said that before. And if you're on the server lifestyle, if you're a cook, you are every single day just trying to make it through. To have any of that interrupted puts you in crisis immediately.
Yeah, I'm looking at the GoFundMe's in Columbus, and it is it's bleak, man. I just don't know what they're gonna do.
Okay, thank you. In the chat, ready?
Yeah.
Turd Nunchucks
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would use those.
said undocumented workers in Ohio can reach out to Central Ohio Workers Center at gmail.com.
Okay. It's getting the information to those people. They're not listening to this show. You know
That's
what
true.
I'm saying? And
Well,
they're
that's
not
what I'm
looking
saying.
at my tweets. And,
But if you find yourself, in that realm, I'm saying I will try to do genuine outreach to see if we can get into that arena.
yeah.
But for now, that's a place you can send people.
Well, I guess we have to do this. We have to do a show, right?
We're doing the show.
No, I'm saying we have to. We still have to do Street Fight, And I got some news, and we can look into some of this because there is news happening in that arena. On Wednesday, Whole Foods CEO John Mackey sent out an email to grocery store employees with a list of benefits and options for those who fall sick during the coronavirus pandemic. Among his 6 suggestions was an option for employees to donate their paid time off to coworkers facing medical emergencies. Team members who have a medical emergency or death in their immediate family can receive donated PTO hours, Mackey wrote in an email reviewed by Motherboard, not only from team members in their own location, but also from team members across the country.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
It's sick. That's capitalism. That is the sickness of capitalism. Right? That is a capitalism.
So I don't know where we come out on the other side. Are people going to hold blood feuds against them for this kind of stuff? I feel that as a business, you can make the right decision or you can totally fuck it up. And they're totally fucking it up because everybody knows Jeff Bezos owns Whole Foods and he has enough to provide relief to all these people.
Yeah.
You know what? Your Whole Foods employees, they're decent, hardworking folks. They're going to donate to every single person that gets sick at your fucking place. You should be the better person than someone that's hoarding all the money and resources,
Well, that was the Zion Williamson story and that I saw earlier this week that seemed like... Here, I'll read this story here that I saw that was like pretty... this guy's 19 years old, Brett.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
a rookie in the NBA. Sought after dude. It was once estimated that the difference between LeBron James playing for the Cavaliers and not playing for the Cavaliers represented a $500 million economic shift, largely felt in downtown Cleveland area. Cabs, hotels, restaurants, and bars, all these businesses all across the country, boom, on game night. And now, as we know, NBA games are not happening. That is a thing that's happening, too. There are a lot of service workers that work around arenas where these games happen, and none of these games are happening. So those businesses are also getting hit. And it's not just NBA games that are housed in these multi-purpose arenas. We're talking about concerts, conventions, seminars, and all these mass gathering events that have to be worked by ushers, vendors, security, people who have to pay their bills and have now, in many cases, lost their only means of doing so. Indeed, the economic fallout from the NBA's work stoppage due to the coronavirus has implications far beyond the billionaire owners and millionaire players, many of which, to their great credit, are stepping in to support those in far less fortunate financial situations. One of those players is Pelicans rookie Zion Williamson, who on Friday pledged to pay the wages of all Smoothie King Center arena workers for a span of 30 days while the NBA enforces this hiatus. Again, Zion isn't alone in his generosity. Cavs forward Kevin Love was the first player to reach into his own pocket and give $100,000, and Giannis Antetokounmpo gave the same amount to support the Fiserv Forum staff in Milwaukee. Blake Griffin did it in Detroit, and Rudy Gobert, the guy that I don't know if you heard about him, but he had it. And then was joking around and touching everybody's shit.
Oh, yes. He went around, fucking with people's mics and shit.
Yeah. So these players are stepping in. These players are workers.
Because once you have it, once you have enough, you share it.
Yeah. And they're you can say what you want about how much they make. I mean, I would say that they are extremely talented. And they only have a few years to make all their money, and that they deserve it more than the owners. And the NBA does.
Yeah.
But just the fact that this wasn't like something that the NBA or the owners of the teams got together and said, "Hey, if you work for these arenas, you're gonna be okay through this."
Yeah.
They can't afford that. And it's a player that has to, a fucking teenager has to do that to get people to do it.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's shitty. And that's what I'm saying is like, I guess who knows what the post-corona world looks like, but watching people hedging their bets, like the NBA, like, you're going to get a bailout. You're going to be fine. The NBA is friends with all the big money in America, with all the commercial people, with all the TV stations, whatever the fuck it is. You can cover the pathetic wages that you're paying these fucking
they're not paying these guys anything anyway,
Nothing.
No.
You're paying them a Maserati payment a month.
Yeah. And
a week or whatever it is. Yeah.
I just think also the fact that it came down to this, where the other player, where the billionaire owners and stuff aren't doing anything, or Jeff Bezos, that fucking guy has more than enough to fix every one of these economic problems.
He could
when you
swoop
have
in
$60 billion, you could pay everybody's in the service industry salary, and you could probably, give the people that work at Whole Foods unlimited paid sick time, and give the people that work in your warehouses unlimited paid sick time. You could do that. That's within your power, within your money.
Right there.
And you will still have billions of fucking dollars,
Yeah.
And that's the problem with letting people hoard resources like that. That is, these people, these fucking Warren Buffett and fucking Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, like, they are holding all the cards right now. People are fucking losing their houses and losing their income, and these guys are living lavishly and downplaying the threat of a pandemic to their workers. Elon Musk sent out an email earlier in the week to his employees at Tesla or at SpaceX. Elon Musk sent a memo to SpaceX employees on Friday underplaying the dangers of COVID-19, the illness caused by the novel coronavirus, which is now considered a pandemic according to BuzzFeed. Also the CDC and the World Health Organization. Musk's email sent earlier today, this is from the 13th. This is March 13th. This was sent out. Musk's email sent earlier today told employees of the space transport company that they were far more likely to die from a car crash than COVID-19.
This
the
is
disease
Elon
caused
Musk?
by the novel coronavirus.
Elon Musk said this?
Yes, this
Yeah.
is Elon Musk.
Right, I saw that.
Yeah.
Which
You're
is,
not more likely to die. I mean, you can't catch a car accident. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of my thing. Like, car accidents, yes. Maybe you are more likely to die in a car accident than this thing. But you're likely to get this thing. And anybody who gets it is at some sort of risk of dying. We're pretty sure that if you're relatively...
No, not anybody that gets this thing is in risk of dying. You think that anybody that gets it is going to die?
I don't think that. I'm saying that if you have it, you have a risk. There is a risk factor. I don't think that there's zero risk even when a healthy person gets it.
Okay.
There is a risk involved in getting the coronavirus. And I'm sure if I got it, I probably wouldn't die, but there's a lot of fucking other extenuating factors in this.
Yeah, I agree.
Like lack of ventilators and fucking the kind of stuff that you need to fix this.
Yeah.
Is like we don't have that stuff in the United States. That stuff, there aren't enough ventilators. For the amount of people that they think are going to get this thing, there are not enough ventilators to even treat those people.
Yeah. That's the issue is that, I mean, I definitely was skeptical at first, but I took a moment to read about like the situation in Italy and France and stuff and was like, all right, this makes sense. Like this is a serious fucking issue now.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep ratcheting up. You know, they were screenshotting Donald Trump from March 7th saying like this thing is a joke.
He was fucking joking around about it at rallies. And the fucking thing that pisses me off about that is like a lot of us were joking around about it too. A lot of us were doing memes and being very flippant about it because it wasn't here. You know what I mean? But he's a fucking president of the United States. You know what I mean?
He should have a little bit more information than we do.
Exactly.
All I know is nobody I know has it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't heard nobody died from corona, so what the fuck does it matter to me? I'm about to fire this meme off.
Yeah, and he was making jokes about it at his rallies and just having the best fucking time about it a few weeks ago.
I have a boomer in my life that posted something about everybody being blown out of proportion, and then earlier this week they shared this like deathly serious article about, you know, not letting it travel amongst people and stuff. It was pretty good switch up. I wanted to
Trump's in the same place though. Trump is treating it seriously now too. Very seriously.
I wanted to talk shit to him, but it probably wouldn't have worked, you know.
Well, I mean, changing your opinion on stuff.
Yeah, you want to make that okay.
Thing.
Yeah, I want to make sure that you change your opinion and somebody isn't like, oh fuck it, what? You changed your fucking opinion? You were a dumbass yesterday. So, no. Welcome.
Yeah.
Please, we love you. Welcome to the party.
Please, let's all take this seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I am supposed to this Saturday, I am supposed to hang out with the in-laws. And I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if we're going to do it.
They want to? They probably want to do it as a point of pride. Like they don't give a shit about.
Well, it was planned like a long time ago, like 6 months ago, like 3 or 4 months ago.
They haven't canceled it?
No. And I don't think we are now. I don't think we are going to now, but they're probably pretty safe being in the country and never leaving their house anyway.
That's why you have to go there and give them COVID, dude.
I got to go there and give it to them.
You've been walking around this city, scooping up all the germs. You got to go deliver them right to the heart of your racist father-in-law.
But anyway, like I got to go over there. I'm curious to see if he's taking it seriously. Because I don't think he probably is. I see a lot of Trump people not taking it very seriously, even as he starts to be serious about it,
Uh-huh.
you know? Although they did
I don't-
say that somebody in the White House is calling it the Kung flu.
I know they tweeted that.
The White House did?
Somebody in the government tweeted
Oh, cool.
Chinese virus. They tweeted Chinese
Yeah,
virus. That's what
yeah.
it was. Not Kung Flu. Sorry.
Yeah, Kung flu's even more
Wait,
offensive.
yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, that's like making it a joke.
Yeah, I honestly, I do not have any pro-Trumpers in my life. I know that they voted for Trump, but they're not like fully into
don't-
Trumpism.
Yeah, he is very...
They're not following along with the QAnon and shit.
Yeah, he's very... I don't know if he's a Q guy, but he's very into the Trumpism. I'm trying to find... I'll see if I can find some Trump memes real quick. Here's Trump equals truth. Let's see what we got. It's okay. 11 hours ago, Dan Bell from the Trump equals truth group said it is the Chinese virus.
Oh God.
They're calling somebody a media moron. They're still attacking Ilhan Omar and Ivanka Trump's family.
Okay. Important stuff.
Yeah, wow. President Trump, China, Wuhan virus. U.S. cases, 1,329. U.S. deaths, 38. Panic level, mass hysteria. President Obama, Henny virus, swine flu, 60.8 million cases, 12,469 deaths, panic levels, whatever. You are being played for suckers. So that's like what they're doing.
Okay.
That's their
Yeah.
thing, you know?
Yeah, which
And-
is easy to do right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
And the Obama thing, though,
let me speak up. Okay, and let me say, I will join them. Eventually, I will join them. If no one ever suffers from coronavirus, if it never ramps up, I will join them. But there's nothing I've read to suggest that's going to be the case.
They fucking aren't testing people.
Right.
And that's the fucking thing that these fucking idiots don't understand. There are not 2,000 cases of the coronavirus in the United States.
Yeah.
There are a lot more. But nobody can get a fucking test unless you're Tom Hanks or you're in the NBA.
Idris Elba.
Or Idris Elba. Yeah, that's how you get tested. And that's the problem. That's the real problem with this fucking thing. They think, and these guys think it's a conspiracy, which I think is fucking so stupid. There's a woman licking a toilet seat on one of these conservative sites.
Yeah, that's a different kink though.
It's scary. They also, I've seen a lot of, you know what else I've seen from the right wing? I listened to Mancow this week, so I do know what's going on with the right wing. They believe this is a Chinese weapon and that we're in World War III.
Right.
Which that is...
They're trying to wipe us out, right? Biologically.
I think what worries me about that is that when we get out on the other side of this thing, they're going to want to fight China.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like they're going to have power.
Yeah, I don't know. I did hear that like gun and ammo stores have been ransacked. I know there's lines and all of that, and they're sold out in a lot of places. But those people have pretty much always been quarantined anyways. Like we don't. I mean, until serious societal breakdown happens, they're not going to descend with their fucking guns and weapons.
No, that's for sure.
The fucking Bubbas and the Fuds and all of the goofballs that buy into that shit are doing nothing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, I don't know. It's scary. I'm seeing so many people say China needs to pay,
right?
And stuff like that. And it's just like, don't turn this into a war. Like, let's not do that. I don't fucking know.
No, I mean, they're going to be ugly and on their way. I mean, all that we can hope is that those people die from it. I mean, I really sincerely want them all to be the ones that perish from it. I don't give a shit about their lives, and they're not helping anything right now.
Well, they're being horrible. So let's move on to something a little bit more.
You don't want to wish people would die
street
anymore?
fight. Well, I love wishing people would die, and you know that. But let's move to something that's a little more street fight. My wife got an email from work.
Okay.
And it is tips for working from home.
Oh, interesting.
10 tips. for working from home. And she started reading them to me. And here we go. I mean, Brett, I'm going to tell you right now.
This is management.
Yeah, this is
Their guide.
Yeah, this is the guide to working from home. Number 10. This is the 10th most important thing to remember when working from home. Balance. There's a tendency to feel compelled to work extra long to avoid the perception of not being productive at home. I get that and appreciate the integrity behind it, but still, stretch your legs, take your lunch break, get your steps in, put on your sneakers in the morning to remind you to get out and move. That's like not a bad
That's good advice.
bit of advice,
It feels
but it feels
like it feels like from Jump Street they're saying we're going to beat you at your own game. You think that just because you sign on to Messenger, onto Jabber, and you've got a green online button going for 12 hours a day, you think we aren't going to pay attention to what you're actually getting done? Right?
what this feels like to me also is like a minimum, because I know what people do when they work from home. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a guy that fucking knows.
Microdose LSD.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And them saying stuff about stretch your legs, take your lunch break, get your steps in. It's like, motherfucker, you're not giving anybody permission to do anything that they aren't already doing. Stretch your legs. Get out of here.
You know, it is nice for them to just come out and say it, though, because Street Fighter has been built on this, that, like, work from home sucks.
Yeah.
Work from home means instead of working 9 to 5, you work 9 to 9 now.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you have a company email on your phone that goes off at 1 a.m. on a Friday night when you're at the fucking bar and you get some crazy email from somebody, you know?
Yeah,
Because they're still working.
For sure. Number 9, wear your badge. There's something psychological about wearing our badges for ourselves and our family members. This is especially handy with family members and kiddos. Mommy's working when I have my badge on.
Oh, man. You know what? I started this show out by saying, like, I washed, I shaved, I worked out, put on my clothes that feel clean and comfortable. I would never put my badge on
Don't put
at
your
my
badge
house.
on at home. You don't need it.
That's my handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like when you're now like you're putting me in a cage at my house.
Yeah.
Where like my kid tries to interrupt and I have to hold my badge up now and just be like, stay away. It's like garlic to vampires.
It's like put your smart business casual clothes on. Sit down at a desk that mirrors work. You know what I mean? Number 8.
You should put on those same gray pants that you wear 4 days a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 8, separation. Put yourself in a separate room if it's available to you. Create a little work sanctuary. Make it nice. I have an essential oils diffuser running. Might as well enjoy this time,
Yeah,
right?
shit. Let's go wild. It might be the end of the world. I'm going to get some fucking lavender going. I'm going to feel relaxed.
Yeah. Check your ergonomics, please.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everybody forgets that. It's ergonomics. Every time I'm training somebody to work from home, they forget the ergonomics.
Sitting on the sofa with your laptop balanced on your lap is good for a few emails in the evening, but not for 8 hours. Watch your neck and back, too. However, I do advocate for having a cat or dog in your lap at all times.
So this is giving me flashbacks to when I worked from home in DC and we had a 1-bedroom apartment. I would do mystery shops by sitting on the ground on the coffee table.
Yeah.
And it was the worst feeling in the world, but it was the only work from home lifestyle I had. I guess they're talking to people that have like furniture though, right?
Yeah.
These people have you have furniture at your house, so never
Sitting
mind.
on a couch. I'm just sitting on a couch. My wife does it on a couch all day.
Why not?
Laptop in the... Yeah, fuck. Be comfortable. That's how I feel. Pack your lunch. If you're worried
God, that's cool. That's so funny. Your family is sitting around binge watching the 5th season of fucking Merlin or something, and you go to the fridge and grab a brown paper bag and unroll a peanut butter and jelly with the crust cut off in a juice box.
If you're worried about grazing all day or not meeting your nutrition plan goals, pack your lunch and eat lunch around the same time you do in the office.
Okay. These are, I mean, these aren't terrible.
They're weird.
They're-
Pack your lunch and
they're-
wear your badge is weird.
Yeah, I guess you're right now that you say that.
It's weird.
But because we aren't even into the weird times yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to break down further. I mean, the normalcy. I've already stopped. You mentioned it too. I stopped paying attention to bedtimes.
Oh,
You know what
fuck,
I'm
yeah.
doing? You know what I'm doing during my quarantine? I'm going to put my stay up 1 hour later than the night before theory to test. So every single night, like I stayed up till 3, then 4, then 5. I'm going to stay up till 6 tonight, 7 the next day. I'm going to like live every single hour of the day. I'm moving it all forward. I'm living a 25-hour day. I'm getting extra. I'm squeezing a little bit of extra juice out of that day.
Nice. Number 5, update your location on Skype. You don't need to send work from home emails to your colleagues, especially not at this time. It's a given. Update your location on Skype.
Do what?
It says update your
You don't have to do
location.
that anymore?
I guess. I don't know.
They're trying to be funny.
Turn off the TV. For heaven's sake.
No.
Don't let the TV run the news in the background through your workday. It's a bummer. How about something different in the background, like some bluesy jazz or classical music?
Okay.
Bad advice. The bluesy jazz.
The
No,
blues.
thanks.
It's not the same as Love Is Blind on Netflix.
No.
It's not the same.
You're not getting the same info dump.
Once again, I guess this is a lot of this is, and we're gonna have to revisit this, but replaying the original themes of Street Fight, the breakdown of the work culture and all of that. I've always said that as a labor force, we've been unable to go to our bosses and say, we only do 4 hours of work every day. Would you please just let us work like noon to 4 or something?
Yeah.
And that's the situation that this is in too, where it's like, actually, I could answer these emails a lot better if you just let me rewatch Battlestar Galactica right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't like putting on the Gap fucking relaxed fit pants, and I don't like putting a ham sandwich in a fucking bag and bringing it every day. I'd rather just watch Deadpool 2 again while I get my fucking work done. I can do whatever I want now. I can like fully optimize my work experience from home because I'm no longer bound by the work environment. No, there's no more office rules to keep me in check.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like
I'm in a constant
been
flow
watched.
state.
I haven't done anything because I've been taking my walks, and then when I come home, I hang out for a couple hours and I just podcast. That's what I've been doing. But I mean, that's good for the people listening. Number 3, extrovert remedy. Reach out via Skype to your people. You know, your usual suspects of friends and smiling faces. Human connection matters, and for some of us extroverts, it's not optional. I am an extrovert, number 1. But if I was like a work from home extrovert, let's say I work in an office, a big office building, and there's some people that I jack around with at work when I'm there, but I don't text them after work or anything like that. Don't talk to them.
Okay.
If one of them motherfuckers got me on Skype and just started talking to me, I'd be like, no thanks. Like, I'm disconnected from the culture of the office. Thank you.
Damn, you're an asshole.
I am an asshole. I would think it was weird. I'd probably talk to him. You fucking know me.
You don't give a fuck about your coworkers?
No. Well, I do. Jason.
Dude,
Now I
thinking
do.
about my old jobs, I would love to check in with my buddies from like Abercrombie Warehouse or insuranceagents.com.
Yeah.
I mean, you spend all your time, like those people are your day-to-day life, 8 hours a day.
I never cared.
You're
Never.
a piece of shit, dude.
Well, I care about you and Jason. I care about the Street Fight family a lot.
Because that makes money.
Yeah, and it's my family.
That's why you care about your. I don't know.
I
coworker-
care about. I don't just only hang out with you to do work. Is what I'm trying to say.
I think that's fair, but I can't just shit on this because I gave the same advice. People have phones in their hands. Talking on the phone is not the fucking same. I'm sorry. Texting on the phone, typing comments on Facebook is not the same as talking on the phone or doing like a Skype or a Hangout. You need to see and feel people's energy. You should talk to people on the phone. Me and you have a I'm meeting up with people. I'm interacting with folks. I do think that people should prioritize phone calls right now. You should just have a 90-minute fucking phone call with your best friend.
I called my dad and my mom today.
They didn't want to hear it though.
My mom was good. My dad, not into it.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess
I never had friends
I
at
like
work.
my I loved my coworkers.
Not me. I never did. That's why
the
cable
cool-
guy was my best job. That was why it was the best job for me, because I was alone all fucking day.
Yeah.
And work with anybody. That's what I liked. You know? I didn't grab ass around the fucking office in the morning or anything like that. I went and grabbed my shit and I went and took off, and then I went and hung out with my real friends after work.
Yeah. I do have to say, I think through this whole thing, it is making me understand that, like, the process is what I fucking hate. I do love people. I'm not, I get depressed about my own life. I get depressed about my own ethical decisions. I get depressed about, how much time I have left and things like that. But when I look out onto other people, they bring me joy. I don't know. I guess I am an extrovert in that way where, I always love to acknowledge my coworkers, and I always like to, really listen to somebody without like planning the next thing you have to say. I think that it's so rewarding. Like the time you invest into other people pays back way more than anything else,
Yeah, I am.
That's a concept.
It is a concept. Number 2, online learning. This is an incredible time to make Pluralsight and LinkedIn Learning for all it's
Stop.
to mine.
No.
Pluralsight and LinkedIn
No!
Learning for all it's worth.
I'm not.
You will have fewer unplanned interruptions for the next couple weeks. I plan to be smarter 2 weeks from now than I am today. Not by
No.
looking at LinkedIn.
No. I'm trying to finish up the whole Marvel universe.
I know. That's the thing
I'm
these
not-
fucking people don't understand. Like, this is an unprecedented chance to watch a whole bunch of fucking movies.
Yeah.
I'm not even taking advantage of it. I wish I was.
I need to.
I'm reading.
I need to watch more Criterion Collection.
I'm reading an oral history of heavy metal right now.
Fun.
That's the number
Yeah, I mean,
one.
but that is, what in this world suggests that you should do anything besides play it by ear? I mean, they want you. They want you. If they want you to do your job, I think you should do your job. I mean, people they're going to do it until the government tells them not to. But if you're working from home, why would you then like? This also belies the first rule of this thing, which is where they're expecting you to do online training on LinkedIn after your workday. So in the first rule, they're saying don't work 11 hours a day. Take a break every 2 hours. Take a lunch. Then they're also at the end packing it on. Well, when you do clock out, though, there's lots of LinkedIn videos you can watch.
We're going to have to do LinkedIn Learning. We'll do that on the show eventually. Number one, Brett.
You spit on that.
No, I am. Number 1, you're about to spit. I promise. The listeners, you're about to spit. I can't do anything about this.
Please take that into account. Spit in a different direction. And,
Yeah, I can't do anything about this. This is number 1, gratitude.
Yay. It's true. We need to be grateful for this.
Okay, let's listen. This is an unprecedented experience. Count your blessings that we work at a company that is so resilient and we have roles where we can be productive at home. Be thankful that we're all reducing fossil fuel emissions by not driving our car to work.
We gotta beat this person's ass.
Celebrate your reduced dry cleaning bill. Here it comes. Here comes the spit. Hey, just warning. You're about to hear something that's going to smooth your brain out a little bit.
Swallow your
it's going to
drink.
get rid of a few wrinkles in your brain.
Everybody swallow your drink.
Okay, here we go. Consider what an amazing social experiment we are witnessing and how rare it is to actually see a business continuity plan exercise. We're witnessing history, so record this mentally and find the silver lining.
That's terrifying. Dude. That could, I feel like that could be me in like a different life. But some psycho is in a conference room on like a Zoom conference call right now. This is the moment where we change what a fucking business can be. Are you in or are you out? This is new synergy of relationships. We're gonna weather the storm.
This is the time we are testing our business continuity plan, and it's fucking working. Get it?
We have the answers. Your boss has the answers. Your employer knows how to handle this. We're ready for this. This is what makes us innovate.
At your retirement party, we will talk about how this was implemented and it worked out. You will tell your grandchildren about the continuity of the business that you worked in during the coronavirus pandemic.
You're going to look at your granddaughter in the face and say, we extended more contracts than ever before under COVID-19.
I mean, gratitude's okay. Okay, gratitude is a good thing to have.
Well, in the beginning, when I was talking about, like, you know, time with your family, these moments of connection, like, you know, finding your people that you want to spend the time with. That's things to be grateful about.
Right.
I don't know about the logistics of the business. Is that something to be grateful about? Man, we're in such fluid times right now. Business could be anything. What even is business anymore? But we are going to keep doing business. Either way, no matter how we come through on the other side, man, we're ready to do it.
I mean, there are business people, dude. You know, the business people are what?
Someone
Please
said,
tell me.
you said some fuckers hoping their boss gets sick so they can get promoted.
Yeah.
That's this person.
This is a fucking shark. The person that wrote this is a fucking shark.
It's the person that just saw an opportunity in they thought they were going to rally the troops, right?
Yeah.
They were like, this is our moment. Like, we're not just going to send you money because you work for us. We're going to we're going to change business, right?
Yeah, we're changing business. We're
going to do alchemy on business.
I do wonder, and I don't know about this. Like, I this might be stupid. I do wonder if this is a time where businesses might start considering a brick and mortar office to be a waste of money. Like, where it's like the business is running and it's doing okay.
We almost made that mistake. We were so close to having a place to pay for right now.
I know.
You know what else also? I think Street Fight's going to get a small business bailout. I saw mention of that.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to take the government for anything that I can.
Okay.
I'm definitely everybody trying to rob the government right now. I'm in on it too.
Yeah. Let's look at this today.com article. That was just an email from somebody at my wife's job.
You know what I saw that fucked me up? I think I sent it to you. There is this place called BB Bop in Columbus, and it's a ripoff. They got to be Anglo people, right? It's got to be fucking white folks.
I can look.
Some sort of restaurant group.
I'll look.
BB Bop is this basically. It's a chain.
It's everywhere.
It's a chain that's absolutely everywhere. They serve rice bowls. They serve rice noodles, and like they are definitely bullying all of the like Asian restaurants in town out of the business, right? Like people are probably going to get rice over at BB Bop than some of the other places. Well, they sent me this email that said, "Greetings. In Korea, food is considered medicine."
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck? Do not do this Orientalist ass bullshit. So BB Bop sent me an email to say that food is medicine and that they were going to give me free pineapple if I ordered a fucking bowl because that's medicine in Korea. That's how and it's fucking awful because if you gave a shit, even if you were just some white person that opened a Chinese or Asian restaurant to try to take business away, you should at least acknowledge that South Korea mobilized all of their nationalized healthcare and took care of this thing in a way that's way more impressive than what the United States is fucking doing.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just say it's because they ate pineapple.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Bibi Bop is a Columbus company.
Yeah, they're started here for
Did
sure.
not know.
I knew that.
And Asian guy.
Okay.
Asian
Fair.
guy.
Sorry.
Charlie Shin.
That wasn't fair. I'm sorry. I was wrong on that one.
Well, I was just letting you know. I didn't want somebody else to look it up. I thought Bibi Bop was in L.A. And
No, it's just
I thought
here.
it was everywhere.
It
In
is.
every city we've gone to, I thought there was one.
There,
Well, it's pretty good. I mean, if you're looking for the Chipotle,
I like
if
it.
you're looking for like a Korean burrito, I mean,
I'm saying I'm not saying I don't eat it, but they do. I feel they kind of siphon business away from other people,
yeah,
and they're too greedy. I don't like when people are greedy. I like when someone opens a restaurant and that's what they fucking do. Street Fight is a restaurant. Like I'm not trying to make it into a franchise. I'm not trying to start other fucking podcasts to make money off of. That's why
that's what I do. No, I'm kidding. You mean like, yeah, I'm with you too. I've always thought about this with Kiss. Kiss is a band that I believe could franchise. And
yeah, they could.
I know. I've been thinking for years about this. I heard it somewhere. Somebody has said it
Okay.
on some radio show I probably listened to fucking 10, 15 years ago. But when they said it, I started thinking like, dude, Kiss could, like, they could just have Kisses all over the country playing all the fucking time in perpetuity for the rest of the time that we're alive.
If you had 4 disgruntled old white men with a lot of extra money, they could pay $250,000 to get a hold of the official Kiss songbook and have that
The makeup.
the insignia, have the official blessing as like we're doing the Kiss program as passed down from the legends themselves.
There's got to be a rock band thinking of it. And if Kiss would be the one, you know.
Yeah, they might be too late to get that money, but
I mean, I kind of feel like, would you... So we'll take this to Metallica, right? If Metallica franchised and they played the Schottenstein Center, which is our mid-size arena, they wouldn't.
That's our biggest, isn't it?
No, the Blue Jackets is our biggest.
got it.
Actually, our biggest is the state. Metallica would play a stadium if they came here, right? They
Yes.
wouldn't play in an arena. Would you go see the franchised, the official Metallica? Like I think they would call it like official Metallica. And
Yeah,
you would go see official Metallica, and they would fucking play Ride the Lightning. They would play all the motherfucking hits. You know what I mean?
Would they do covers too, like Garage Day stuff?
Yeah, they would fucking play the most
They do Last
popular
Caress?
songs. Dude, it's
They do so what?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's the hits. It's like a Metallica's like greatest kind of hits, like their best, most popular songs. It's a cover band.
Yeah.
And you have to look a certain way to get this franchising opportunity. But would you go to an arena to see that?
Yes.
You would?
Now, how much? How much am I talking? 100?
Okay, well, tickets are generally about $100 now.
But they
so
should be
I'll say
cheaper.
$75.
$75 to see an officially licensed Metallica
Officially
cover.
licensed Metallica band. No, it's
Yes,
not a cover
because
band. It's officially licensed Metallica. You can't. It's not cover.
It's not cover.
This is motherfucking Metallica. That's licensed.
They
officially.
have to go to some sort of training center where they put on like Metallica polos that have
Yep.
the name like on the corner, and they go and they watch like Lars drum, you know, and like
Yeah.
they watch Robert Trujillo go through the shit.
Yeah.
They learn they learn all
moves.
of the like how you play this song when you get really low to play when you. Yeah, I'd pay 100.
I would do it for Korn or Limp Bizkit.
Because
I would fucking go to a Korn officially licensed Korn, not a cover band. Korn.
officially licensed.
They would be called Korn Official. Metallica Official.
So we had around the corner from my house, and I really regret it because it was the same night that we were doing one of the wrestling shows, one of the street fights. Master of Tributes was happening over at Alrosa, which is about to close. But I really wanted to see that, and that was probably a $20-$25 ticket.
Right, but we're not.
But if we're, I want to say this is having a Mickey Mantle versus having a graded Mickey Mantle.
Yes,
right? This is the official cover group, official franchise of Metallica.
The fucking pyro. You get the pyro. You get the fucking stage show.
They provide the pyro.
You get the whole fucking thing, dude.
Okay.
It's exactly like seeing Metallica, but it's not Metallica.
Okay, I just want to mention, this is funny because I've gone to this concert, but Graham Scary in the chat said this is how Blue Man Group works.
Is it really?
Yeah, they
No
just
fucking way!
They just train Blue Men
No
and send them
way!
out to go do Blue Man shit.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's easy to
dude.
do.
I would do.
It's an industry.
Yeah.
The Blue
yeah,
Man industry.
Yeah. Ask the people in the chat.
I saw Blue Man live. They got really weird in a way where they had the guy from the toilet sign, the round head with the stick body.
Yep.
He got up and started walking around, and everybody at his work was mindless idiots, and he was above all of this, and he was walking through life feeling that there was something more, and they got really deep in a way that I did not expect Blue Man Group to deliver on. They were doing Fight Club shit. They were doing I work at an office, I buy things from IKEA, and I go back to my office.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. They were doing all that. It was
Ask
incredible.
The chat if they would. Is the chat saying they would go see their favorite band?
Yeah, so that's the
franchise?
question. Yeah, chatters.
That's the question. Yeah.
Whoever it may be, Cannibal Corpse, Thursday, fucking
The Doors.
NWA, The Doors,
Beatles.
Anybody you ever wanted to see, officially licensed groups.
100% officially licensed in an arena.
It
The
checks.
whole fucking thing.
They have permission. They have all of the licensure
They do.
necessary to play Hard Day's Night in the most appropriate way.
The Beatles one would clean up, dude.
Beatles
Just
officially
clean
licensed Beatles
up.
tour.
Yeah. I mean, that fucking
could-
stupid thing they did on Broadway cleaned up. Beatlemania. You know what
So-
I mean?
Our first this is surprising. I want to know that I really want to drill into this more, but it's just a chat. Graham Scarian says I would go to see officially licensed Godsmack.
I mean,
Godsmack!
I probably would too.
Really? Well, it'd be
Yeah.
cheaper than the real thing.
Yeah, we're
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 talking
gonna
about a
say
cheaper version?
25% less than the original, because the original still gotta have a little more. You know what I'm saying? So Godsmack still is the so in this world,
Yes.
Godsmack is still the top thing. If you fucking want to go see Godsmack, the actual Godsmack, that's
Yes, you
gonna
can.
cost a little bit more money.
No, this is
Yeah.
just God. It just says Godsmack. It doesn't say officially licensed Godsmack on the tickets.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like Hypebeast brands will do a lot of other side of the brand where Bape has Bape, and then they have AAPE, which is the little bit. It's the they make more of those.
Yeah. It will also
You know?
Gap. All
there
the,
you go.
all the outlet clothing, when you go to the Gap outlet, when you go to Old Navy outlet, Banana Republic outlet, they've actually just made those clothes for the outlet. Those aren't that isn't
Yes!
clothing that was at the regular store that was shipped in. Not all of it, at least.
Yeah, most of it is just some specially made shit for
Yeah,
the
so-
outlet that looks kind of like the stuff from last year.
If you don't want to pay $30 for a sweater, we can make a $20 version with shittier buttons and less stitching.
Nothing makes me more mad than a trip to the outlet mall.
The outlet mall, you spend so much money.
I know. Yeah, and it's because you're
I got a
tricked.
deal. I bought this sweatshirt for $60. It's isn't that what is at the mall?
No, it's $64 at the mall. It's $4.
All
I'm
right.
convinced.
So let's see. Let's see what our people say here.
Officially licensed.
Officially
rock and roll
licensed.
band. We'll ask on the call-in show too. Very
Someone,
curious.
Selver said I would, especially if the band is dead. So like you said, the Doors.
Right.
So, but this happened with Journey, right?
No.
Who was that band?
Nobody's dead.
That plays the guy that replaced Steve.
Steve Perry?
Yeah.
The Filipino guy?
That dude.
Yeah, well, I mean
He's officially licensed.
he is, but the rest of Journey is there.
They're the ones giving him the license. We need for them to sign off on other people's license to sing Journey songs. Right?
Yeah, it's not gonna be. I mean, I would be okay. Here's what I would do if I was a band and I was going through with this scheme. I would send. So, like, let's say me, you, Jason, Jake, and Katie are a band. Okay. We would have 5 concerts every single night, and one of us would be at each one of the 5 concerts. No. Like, that is a move right there.
That's what
officially licensed. And then
MF Doom did that.
And then
MF Doom used to throw concerts and have people step in for him.
Yes.
And you never know if you were seeing MF Doom. And
no, you would know. And then the ticket would be $500 when our band played
all together.
And we would only do it like 3 times a year.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And that's a fucking business right there I just made up.
Split the band apart and create 5 officially licensed bands instead.
Because if you're Metallica, dude, and you're doing this, and I'm just picking Metallica because Brett's been, you know, all that. Metallica's part of the show. You're probably, if you're Lars, you're probably thinking like, I don't know if I just... Because sometimes a franchise is a little shittier than
there's better McDonald's
than corporate.
We have favorite McDonald's. There's Burger Kings that I avoid. I don't,
It's true, yeah. Yeah. So you would want to be able to be like, let me make sure the quality on this is... Like, you be doing quality control. Like, you show up to your show with a clipboard in your hand. Like, yep, okay. This is good official Metallica. I like it.
So
it is dystopian, by the way. The idea of this is like,
I like it.
The idea of this idea is like the logical conclusion of the recording industry. Anyway,
would you give somebody your blessing to go out there and pretend to be you and do your stuff? If they gave you like a check for $40,000 a month, say, to go and tour on the Street Fight name.
Am I writing it?
No, it's officially licensed though.
Are they writing it?
I guess you have to pass. You're going to be handing them sets.
Yeah, yes. I'll do it.
Okay.
I would do that.
Okay.
I don't think anybody go to
Just have some guy come out and pretend to be us.
Fucking wearing a hat. The guy comes out dressed like us. I'm like, you gotta like lean on the mic stand this certain way. Like, we have to show them how we're gonna stand.
That's part of it. You set up a white paper that explains a PDF document that has all of the like brand imaging that we're going with. We'll make sure that they stay within our image.
But the problem with that is, I don't think people would want that.
No, I don't.
From us.
Eventually, but like,
I want.
Once you're Metallica, once there's hundreds and thousands and probably millions of people that want to fucking be involved in your life, get them out of here. I don't want that many. I want a lot, but not that many.
Well, if I was the Metallica guys, I would just be like, I want this thing to keep going, but I don't want to fucking do it anymore, you know? And it feels like they could have... I mean, the hologram thing really didn't work.
It sucks.
Like, we
it's
just
not fair.
fucking
No.
we were just like, we're not going to work on this hologram shit anymore. Like,
it's a segue.
We did it, and then we were like, no. Yeah.
It's a segue. Just everybody was like, that's not going to be the future, actually. You're telling us this is the future. We're not fucking with that at all. We want hoverboards. We don't want segways.
My $1 billion business plan is actually like a Chuck E. Cheese. And it like takes the most popular band in a city and it makes the animatronics of the most popular band in each like city. So like you would do a poll and you would find out in Ohio the most popular act is Rascal Flatts or Godsmack or something like that. And then you open up Godsmacks and it's just a fucking, it's just up there, animatronics playing the songs while you eat pizza and drink beer.
Yeah, so let's get in. So this is brought up with the next suggestion from High Short Stack in the chat. I'd be down for officially licensed Flock of Seagulls.
Yes.
Which they have one song, right? They're just the one song. So if everybody from the original band couldn't get there, but some officially licensed people could, I would watch that.
This actually gets to an idea that I've had for a very long time.
Okay.
I've said it on the show a million times. I said it on the POD cast. I've said it a million times. But this gets to that idea. It is the singles tour, right? And it like takes all these bands that have 1 or 2 songs, but these fucking songs are mind-blowingly great. Come On Eileen. You know what I mean?
Take On Me by Aha.
Take On Me by Aha. And it's a rotating stage that just rotates, and you get to hear the hits, and it goes around. Now, it would be crazy expensive to do this with the real bands, right? But if each band officially licensed a cover act, and maybe we could cut the number of bands in half, like where we have bands do 2, like we have a band do Flock of Seagulls, and then later on in the night they like brush their hair and they do like Great Balls of Fire by Jerry.
Yeah, like
something.
bring Chingy to do Right There.
Yeah.
I just want to hear that.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to hear.
Yeah, and the stage just keeps turning. The stage just keeps on turning. And this isn't something you can tour. You know? This is something you put in Vegas. That's an idea I have too. I have so many ideas to revolutionize live entertainment, and nobody listens to them.
That's true. I think also you're right, because if we were able to do the rotating stage thing, and these were officially licensed acts, I don't think people would mind. Like if
They would love it.
If somebody comes out that has the energy and is doing Wheel in the Sky by Journey like hard enough, then we will go nuts for it, because right after that is,
Take On Me.
Ain't Nothing But a G Thing. Or whatever.
Yeah. And it's just all of them. It's like a fucking
The
Pandora.
best songs ever made.
Yeah.
All in one fucking night of the top songs ever made. Just like a fucking onslaught.
You could
never
charge
ending.
a bunch of fucking money for that. I think you could tour it and make your money. It's like a Broadway tour. That's what these jukebox Broadway shows are. This Rock of Ages sort of thing. But mine just takes all that stupid storytelling and stuff, and it just fucking 86 is that, and we're just doing all the good fun songs.
Yeah.
And then you could have metal ones, you could have country ones, you could have all
Officially
kinds of
licensed Ramones was on here.
See, that's
Imagine seeing a
easy one
bunch of young people. And this should be open to everybody. I don't want to say it's strictly to required that they be like the exact same members.
They gotta look close.
But young people, hair in front of their face, just fucking playing Ramones.
Yeah, I love it.
At breakneck speed.
It's still dystopian though. It's just sad to think about.
Yeah,
really.
we should, because there's like, right now there's like hundreds of small bands that are like, please just give my album a shot. Please stop worshiping all of this horse shit that you've been listening to for over and over again for
but people
decades.
aren't gonna do it. You know what I mean? It's
swept
unfortunate.
up.
The end of history thing really happened. When it comes to music, we are at the end of history. It ain't changed, but rock and roll music ain't coming back, dude.
So Fat Aaron says they're into the Street Fight. They would go see the Street Fight franchise.
No way.
We would get paid a little bit off of that though, so that's good to know.
People,
We would get a piece of that of the Street Fight franchise.
I think number one, it would be too fun. That would be so weird to teach somebody to act like me. Like I don't know. Like if I saw somebody, I've heard people do impressions of me. Just they've posted like impressions of me and shit like that, and I've seen people do impressions of like my mannerisms and stuff, but like it would be too twisted for me to like have somebody do me.
Dude, sorry, this is coming in hot from the chat. Lego Island Real Estate in Chicago, the Logan area, they reprogrammed some Chuck E. Cheese animatronics to play the Misfits.
Yeah.
And they're wearing like skeleton outfits and shit.
That's easy as hell to do. You just do it. We should buy some animatronics. I wonder how much those are running. I'm gonna look that up.
We have our mascot bear still.
We do have a bear.
You told me it was gone. You told me it rotted away in the basement.
Well, I'll tell you, it did get wet a few times.
Well, I don't care about that. What do you think I fucking care about shit getting wet?
Well, I mean, it's also hard to take on tour because the head is gigantic.
Someone wants to hear Brian doing Kid Rock songs, auto-tuned.
Yeah, I would do official Kid Rock, and then Kid Rock would be not an asshole. You know what I mean?
That would be cool. That would be fun.
Yeah.
If you could do officially licensed Kid Rock performances, that would be a great side gig for you.
Oh, it would be so good. I'd be so good at it. I know all the songs. Oh God.
But you would just sign up on the official Kid Rock app to accept any shows that people were looking for in the Ohio, Indianapolis, West Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Western
there is a
Pennsylvania
Kid
area.
Rock in Kentucky. Somebody sent me the picture
Really?
of the Kid Rock. Yeah.
Okay, so we won't step on their toes.
Yeah.
I would not want to mess with any current Kid Rock impersonator.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that's going to end up being.
God, there's no animatronics online. Well, I'm having trouble looking for them because I'm recording, but I think we did the show. I am curious. I want to hear from you about this.
Yeah,
A little
what's
more.
up.
I know it's sad. I do know it's sad to think about commodifying music in that way. But
it seems like a logical end to what we're doing.
it does.
So here's what happened. We just watched Some Kind of Monster for the Patreon, which is the Metallica documentary. And you do understand that eventually it's just a corporation. Metallica is not like an endeavor to make music. It's a full-fledged business that has people to report to, you know?
Yeah.
They're paying $40,000 a month for a fucking therapist to make sure that it works out.
I'm looking at animatronics now, and they don't like really have the full ones. They have a Chuck E. Cheese for $5,500.
That's a good deal.
But it's only half of the body. They have the eyes for $110. Pasquale fists for $200. Yeah, man. But they do have the complete set of the Rock-afire Explosion animatronics characters for $2,800, and I'm like, damn, I would love to have that.
What is it?
The Rock-afire Explosion, that was the band.
What is that?
At Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that's the name of the group.
Yeah. What a fucking cool name. They should fucking name a band Rock-afire Explosion.
Yeah, that sounds tight.
All right, that's the show. No tour dates to plug. Go to Patreon. There's going to be plenty of bonus material. Look for us on streaming. I think I'm going to do some extra podcasts. Hey, you know.
Yeah.
And Holy Boys coming soon, but first you got to finish listening to March Madness.
Yeah.
The next one is Jim Rome.
Yeah, we hope things are going well in your neck of the woods, and we please keep us updated. Reach out if you need help or assistance with anything. We're at Street Fight WCRS on most of the social media platforms. You can find us on twitch.tv/Street Fight Radio. That's where it's different. And if you want to reach out and you need some help or some comfort, you can send me a text message, 614-467-8972. I will respond to anybody that, you know, wants to have a talk. I know things are tough right now. I'll be on Instagram. I'll be on Twitter. So if you're around and want to hang, I mean, that's all we're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
This Friday was supposed to be the live show, so maybe we'll try to figure something else out for it instead.
We'll try. Yeah. We should be able to do something.
But thanks for listening and supporting the show. You can find a lot of extra bonus content over on Patreon. We have a couple dozen zines. We have like 45 videos. We have March Madness. We have Shocktober. We have Teen Fight Radio. There's so much premium audio happening over on patreon.com/Street Fight Radio. So thanks for being here. We'll see you on Sunday. Peace.